In the shadowy world of global power, a new weapon has emerged. One that is changing the very nature of conflict: the hypersonic missile. This technology, once shrouded in secrecy, now represents a monumental leap in military capability. Hypersonic missiles can strike virtually any target on the planet in under an hour, making distance and borders almost irrelevant. The balance of power, carefully maintained for decades, is now being violently shaken by this breakthrough. Imagine a projectile hurtling through the upper atmosphere, moving at over 5 times the speed of sound, so fast that it blurs the line between science fiction and reality. Unlike traditional missiles, it maneuvers unpredictably, weaving through the sky and making it nearly impossible for current defense systems to track or intercept. For any nation possessing such a weapon, it grants an almost godlike ability to hold any target at risk, anywhere, at any time. The dawn of this hypersonic era has been quiet but profound, unfolding behind closed doors in classified research facilities and secret test ranges. The world's existing defense systems, painstakingly built over decades, are now rendered almost obsolete in the face of these new threats, leaving nations scrambling to adapt. This dramatic shift has ignited a new arms race, one defined not just by destructive power, but by the sheer velocity and unpredictability of the delivery system. Nations that master this technology can project power in ways previously unimaginable, reaching across continents in minutes. The psychological impact is significant, instilling uncertainty and fear, and creating a new kind of deterrence that goes beyond traditional nuclear threats. The world is now divided into 2 camps: the hypersonic haves and the have-nots, with a growing sense of urgency among those left behind. For a long time, the haves included only 3 nations, each vying for dominance and technological superiority. The game has just begun, and the rules are being rewritten in real time, as nations race to adapt to this new reality. The arrival of hypersonic weapons marks a fundamental shift in military doctrine, forcing strategists to rethink every aspect of warfare. It compels nations to reconsider everything they thought they knew about national security, ushering in an era where speed, surprise, and innovation are the ultimate weapons. The United States was among the first to explore the hypersonic frontier, pushing the boundaries of speed and technology in modern warfare. Determined to maintain its technological edge, America has invested billions in research and development, assembling teams of top scientists and engineers. Programs like the Falcon Project and DARPA's cutting-edge research have been pivotal, laying the groundwork for the next generation of hypersonic weapons. Russia, not to be outdone, has unveiled formidable weapons like the Avangard and Kinjal, showcasing its military might and signaling its intent to compete on the global stage. Meanwhile, China has rapidly joined this exclusive club, fielding the DF-17 hypersonic glide vehicle and demonstrating its growing technological prowess. These 3 titans now use their hypersonic capabilities as unmistakable symbols of power, prestige, and deterrence. Their displays are carefully choreographed messages to the world, designed to project strength and influence international perceptions. Each test launch and military parade is a calculated move in a high-stakes geopolitical chess match, where every action is scrutinized by rivals and allies alike. This exclusive club has long defined the boundaries of international security, but that delicate balance is about to change as new contenders emerge. The landscape of global power is shifting rapidly, with new players entering the race and challenging the established order. The hypersonic era is actively reshaping the hierarchy of nations, creating new alliances and rivalries in the process. The rules of engagement are being rewritten before our eyes, and the stakes for global security have never been higher. Hypersonic weapons are revolutionary due to their unprecedented speed and remarkable maneuverability, which set them apart from all previous missile technologies. Unlike traditional ballistic missiles that follow predictable arcs, hypersonic weapons fly within the atmosphere, skimming at incredible speeds and changing direction mid-flight, making their path highly unpredictable. This agility and unpredictability create a nightmare scenario for defense planners who must now anticipate threats that can appear from unexpected angles. Existing radar and tracking systems struggle to keep up with these fast-moving objects, often losing track of them entirely. By the time a hypersonic missile is detected, it's often too late for any effective interception, leaving little to no time for response. This capability effectively renders most modern air defense systems obsolete, forcing militaries to rethink their entire approach to defense. Hypersonic weapons offer a powerful first strike capability, creating deep instability and uncertainty in potential conflicts between nations. The pressure to strike first becomes enormous, as hesitation could mean vulnerability, increasing the risk of miscalculation and accidental escalation. These weapons blur the line between conventional and nuclear war, since their payloads can be easily switched and are often ambiguous. The ambiguity of their payloads introduces a new level of uncertainty into global security, making it harder for leaders to assess threats accurately. Power is no longer about possessing the biggest bomb, but about wielding the fastest and most elusive arrow in the arsenal. The strategic implications are immense, reshaping not only military tactics, but also the very psychology of war and deterrence. The world must adapt to this new reality, where speed and unpredictability now define military advantage and national security. The hypersonic age demands innovative strategies, international cooperation, and a complete reevaluation of what global security truly means. The armed forces of the Philippines has undergone a quiet revolution. Faced with territorial disputes, Manila embarked on an ambitious modernization program. The Philippine Navy is acquiring modern warships, projecting power far from its shores. The Air Force has new fighter jets, and the Army is receiving advanced equipment. Investment in command, control, and intelligence infrastructure is significant. This rapid military buildup is driven by necessity, as the Philippines sits on the front line of contested regions. Manila has deepened defense partnerships, notably with the United States. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement has expanded, giving U.S. forces greater access to Philippine bases. This strategic alignment sets the stage for unprecedented developments. The Philippines is awakening its dormant military potential. The nation is poised to become a key player in regional security. On November 6, 2025, the Philippines announced its entry into the Hypersonic Club. Under Project Archipelago's Shield, the U.S. will provide a defensive hypersonic missile system. This strategic deployment allows the Philippines to hold targets at risk across the South China Sea. Filipino military personnel have been training with American counterparts to operate these systems. This move restores deterrence, ensuring no single power can change the status quo. The Philippines bypasses decades of military development, gaining a powerful tool for sovereignty. The deployment will be phased, with the first batteries operational by mid-2026. The Titans Club of Three has been broken, and the rules of the game will never be the same. A new member has been admitted, reshaping the geopolitical landscape. The introduction of hypersonic weapons to the Philippines redraws the strategic map of the Asia-Pacific. The Mako system shatters the military balance in the South China Sea. China's naval fleets and island bases become vulnerable targets. This creates a new, complex form of deterrence, forcing strategic recalculations in Beijing. Regional neighbors watch with intense interest as power dynamics shift. Allies cautiously welcome the move, while Beijing and Moscow condemn it. The world holds its breath, waiting to see how the Titans respond. The U.S. signals a new phase in its integrated deterrence strategy. Empowering allies on the front lines creates a network of resilient partners. This move comes with risk, placing a powerful weapon in a volatile region. The Pacific chessboard has been upended, and the pieces are in motion. The stakes have never been higher, and the future is uncertain. The Philippines' entry into the Hypersonic Club is a signpost for the future of global conflict. Military advantage is now defined by speed, with technology proliferating rapidly. More fingers are on hypersonic triggers, demanding new diplomacy and arms control. The old treaties are inadequate for the hypersonic age. The world must establish new channels of communication to prevent miscalculation. For the Philippines, this moment brings both pride and peril. The nation asserts itself on the world stage, gaining a powerful tool for defense. Yet, it places itself at the center of a great power confrontation. The future is here, moving at Mach 5, and the world feels faster and more dangerous. The story of the Philippines' hypersonic leap is a cautionary tale of technology outpacing wisdom.